that I would bring about the biblical end of days. That I would bring about the biblical end of days.
Of emergency.
The National Guard say that as many as 5,000 troops have been deployed amid the unrest.
Gas is being deployed by the police, being thrown back by the officers. As you can see, smoke is engulfing this entire area. Situation is escalating.
Breaking news tonight in Baltimore, where there's high tension. Despite a curfew, some people are still in the streets challenging heavily armed police, and it looks like the beginning of a long night.
Turn around and go home.
Minutes after a 10 p.m. curfew went into effect.
National Guard troops in armored Humvees are patrolling the now empty streets of Baltimore.
The National Guard represents a last resort in order to restore order. And I issued the executive order less than 30 seconds after requested by the city.
After a day marked by property destruction, looting, and fires, Maryland State Police are now running the show in the city of 620,000.
Now, here in Baltimore, the unrest is spreading across the city. It's happening in the west, in the east, and again, there's a dozen buildings on fire.
We also gave those who wished to destroy space to do that as well.
Baltimore city families deserve peace and safety in their communities.
.6 earthquake hit the coast of Taiwan this morning. There was also a tsunami warning for the coast of Japan, but we can tell you that has now been lifted. Wow.
We begin with breaking news overnight, a devastating and deadly earthquake in Nepal. The quake was a magnitude 7.9.
It was just after noon when the killer earthquake struck and triggered chaos on the streets of the capital, Kathmandu. The quake ripped through roads. Centuries-old temples and monuments came tumbling down.
That volcano erupting back to life for the first time in 40 years. Tonight, a state of emergency as they now prepare for an even bigger eruption. Dramatic new images streaming in tonight. This drone footage, plumes of smoke filling the sky.
The eruption from the Calbuco volcano came with little warning, spewing a mushroom cloud of ash and smoke more than 6 miles up into the sky above southern Chile. A second blast, less than 24 hours later, put on a dazzling display as lightning bolts of static electricity shot through the orange plume of smoke. More than 4,000 people evacuated from within a 12-mile radius of the volcano, which showered nearby communities with ash.
Experts worry that the ash could contaminate water and cause widespread respiratory problems.
I cannot even begin to imagine what that must have been like to walk out of their homes and look up and see that.
It looks like Independence Day, like the movie, right?
Absolutely.
Where everything's falling apart.
It
Wow.
almost doesn't look real.
Yeah.
Locals have started returning to their homes 4 days after Chile's Calbuco volcano violently erupted. The volcano erupted last week, taking the country by surprise. A photographer captured this image in the ash cloud. It looks like a human form is emerging from the plume.
Get ready for a whole new type of password for your computer and online activities. A PayPal executive is suggesting a new system where devices are injected or embedded into the body. The Wall Street Journal reports those devices could include brain implants and attachable computers. PayPal's Jonathan LeBlanc says new technology has taken a huge leap forward to what he calls true integration with the human body. For example, he tells the Journal that thin silicon chips can be embedded into the skin for an accurate way to prove your identity. LeBlanc says PayPal isn't necessarily thinking about adopting these ideas and that it will be some time before all of this becomes reality.